Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
Is there any work you can do?
That depends. Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've got a bit of a problem.
I'm listening.
We've got a cuman captive we pulled out of the river. I've an idea what to do with him, but I need a little help. I have my own plans for him, but I need a bit of help.
I'll help you. I've got some unfinished business with the Cumans.
I'm guessing you're from Skalitz, then.
I am.
Very well, then. I plan to question the bastard and find out where he hid all the plunder he's been taking.
All right. I'll get it out of him.
Do you speak Hungarian?
No, I don't.
Then you won't get anything out of him. But if you want to help, you can. A little down the river is a mill. The men said there's a vagrant there who swears in Hungarian when he's playing dice. You could go there and find out if he knows any more than curses.
All right. I can handle it.
Thanks. See you later.
Yeah. 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 Ah, I heard you know how to speak Hungarian. But are you fluent?
Ah, I'll speak it well enough. But why are you interested, brother?
I might have a job for you.
A job? And I was hoping you were coming with an invitation to a drink, or a message from my mistress.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I can offer you a few groschen for your trouble.
Ha! Nihil boni sine labore.
What?
Here in Bohemia they say, there's no bread not paid for with sweat. And yet they promise me easy work here. And nevertheless, so far I've been breaking my back. So first tell me what this is all about.
I need someone to question a cuman. I can see you're not tongue-tied and you know Hungarian, so shouldn't be a problem for you.
Lord almighty, a cuman? But what does it matter? My employers here want to send me back on the road come the end of the week. How much are you paying?
How much would you like?
Well, the question is, how much are you offering? Fine. It sounds like a fair deal. And where do you have this cuman of yours?
Have you heard of the mill in Bujin?
Of course. I've won at dice against the band that works there more than once.
Good. Then we'll meet each other there.
Excellent. I'll just take some things and be on my way.
Yeah! 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 So, let's begin. Tell him he has one and only chance to save his neck from the gallows.
Jolfidja, vanasheja de manakveche.
Tell him I know damn well he's got stolen valuables hidden somewhere around here.
Ovasuvat stottak a cuccot, amit ötszalogtottál?
Ezt megmondhatom neked, de előbb azt áruld el, az a fekete hajú ott mellette tud-e magyarul?
Nem, egy szocse.
What's he saying?
Well, he seems to be resisting.
Tell him if he carries on being stubborn, I'm gonna lose my patience.
Now mind, hol van?
Elmondom neked, de azt a geci, aki melletted áll, küld el valahova.
Aha, már gazden eltenni.
Akkor jó, hogy értjük egymást. Jól figyelj, azzal a nagyvárossal szemben a folyónál.
Rattay Redondos?
A nevét nem tudom. Egy nagy város, várfalakkal. És van ott két vár. Szemben a folyó túlpartján van egy domb. Ha a város felé nézel, van melletted egy út. Azon az úton van egy kereszteződés, egy kiégett fával. Viszonnan egy kis ösvény le a vízhez. És lent a víznél van egy kivált fatő.
És a band van?
Igen.
So? Is he saying anything?
No, not really. He just keeps swearing.
Tell him that if he doesn't say anything in the next few moments, I'll cut his throat right here and now.
És hova küldje?
Pénzhelyét nem tudom pontosan elmondani. Oda kell őt vinnem.
Well now, he started to talk. He says he buried the coin somewhere in the forest, but he can't describe the place exactly. He says he can take it, though.
Fine. That's good enough for me.
You don't shut that mouth, please. I'll shut it for you.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
We went to interrogate that cuman.
Is that so? Tell me about it.
You were right. He's got coin hidden somewhere.
Ha! You see? That's the legendary miller's instinct for you.
The only trouble is, he can't quite describe the way there to me. He wants to lead me himself.
So, what are you waiting for? Go with him. Get the money and bring it back here.
And what to do with the cuman afterwards?
Once you got the coin, you can do what you like with that heathen.
All right. But what do I get out of him?
I'll let you have half. That's fair, isn't it?
Aye, fair enough. I'll get going then.
Good. And don't even think of trying anything underhand. If I find out you've cheated me, you'll rue the day.
Don't worry, Miller.
Goodbye.
It's up to you. I don't care.
Mit akartok már megint? Miért nem hagysz nyugodtan megzögleni? Te érzéketlen szentság, miért?
Come on, get up! Now, you're gonna be a good boy and show me the way to your fucking stash. And you better hope there's still something there to find.
Igen. Valahol itt van.
Beszarás.
Itt
És
vagyok!
pont mikor kedvem lenne valakiből kiverni a lelket.
Segítség! A nyomomban van!
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Ne ölj! Ne! Kérlek, ne ölj meg! I have money!
Like I believe you. I won't fall for that a second time, you Hungarian swine.
No! I have money! Truth!
Alright, I'll try it one more time with you. But you better not have any more friends in the region.
Thanks! Köszönöm! Köszönöm! Hol a faszba is volt? Az ott egész ismerős. Hol a faszba is volt? Persze, persze. Ha nem találom meg, gyorsan megöl. Ne félj, értem én. Akkor kell vagy sem? Már mehetek? Igen?
I have what I wanted. Now we're going to Rattay, my friend.
Put the weapon away. That's forbidden here.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
I'm here about the cuman.
Ah, so it was you who brought him. I suppose you've come for your reward.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, I'll tell you that. That is the first cuman anyone's ever brought in alive. Then again, those devils don't deserve any mercy. Anyway, here's the reward for your service.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Oj!
Yeah.
Take care. God be with you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
All I ask for is
Yeah.
bread. Fresh bread.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. I'm back.
So I see. Well, have you got it?
Unfortunately not. Things got a bit out of hand.
What do you mean?
The cuman took to his heels.
What? How the hell could that happen?
He just ran off. Wasn't much I could do about it since I was on my own.
Damn it to hell. All that effort for nothing.
Now, don't take it so hard. It could be he made the whole thing up just for a chance to escape.
In that case, he made fools of us both. Sorry, but that doesn't cheer me up much. Well, never mind. Nothing to be done now. You run along, leave me to cry in my beer over the wasted opportunity. See you later.
Yeah. Johanka?
Henry, I'm still muddled from all that happened, but I want to thank you for standing by me. You've done more for me than anyone else I know.
You don't have to thank me. I only did what I consider right.
I'm still grateful, though. I'm in your debt. Good luck, then. For the love of God! What have you been doing?
How's it going here?
Good. Actually, better than before. Matthias is here with me. I go to St. Martin's Church often, and Father Fabian is strict with me. But he explains many things to me about God and faith, and he tests me to see if I understand correctly. Then he always leaves me alone to pray and do penance.
And what about the Virgin Mary? Does she still visit you?
No. Not anymore. Not since the trial. Whatever anyone says, she did appear to me before. Just between the two of us. I think I did what she wanted of me anyway. Perhaps I was too hasty and committed the sin of pride and got confused about some things. But even so, after all, Matthias recovered, and that must mean something.
I also think you spoke well, and you were right about some things. And I believe Our Lady did appear to you.
Thank you. Let's talk no more about it. Only Our Lady herself knows what her intentions were, and that's how it should be. In church I always prayed to her for forgiveness. I hope she hears my prayers.
And how is Matthias doing now?
Good, I think. He's getting his strength back. How we're doing isn't for your ears, Henry.
There's one thing I'm curious about. What did the Inquisitor say after we left?
He spoke about God and the Blessed Virgin, but I'm not supposed to tell anyone. I probably shouldn't say anything, but I think, in the end, even the bishop believed that Our Lady really did appear to me.
What, the Inquisitor? But...
Shh! I never said a word, all right?
Ah, yeah, sure. I understand.
Now, I need to rest a while.
What will you do now?
I have to stay in Sasau for some time, on account of Father Fabian. But the abbot wants me to leave the monastery as soon as possible. And then... I wish I knew. I'll have to talk to Matthias about it, but I don't want to trouble him with it now, after he came so close to dying. God be with you.
God bless. What can I help you with?
How are things going here?
Quite well. It's a lot of work, but I have a feeling I'm doing something useful. Johanka and brother Nicodemus showed me what to do, and I already know a thing or two.
Sounds good.
I have a roof over my head, enough to eat, and they even pay me a bit. It's really quite fine.
Sleep again.
I'm glad to hear it. And you've had no trouble from anyone?
No, everyone has been kind. It's sweet of you to care, Henry.
Goodbye.
Henry, I want to thank you for that generous donation to the infirmary. I'm glad you and Pavel didn't forget us. What do you need?
Brother Nicodemus, I'd like to thank you for the wonderful testimony you gave.
You're the one who deserves thanks, Henry. I feared the worst. And for all my prayers, I never even dared hope for such an outcome. I could hardly believe it at first. I was very fearful for Johanka. It didn't look good at all for her, facing such accusations. And you did an excellent job, Henry. It's largely due to you that everything turned out as it did. Thanks for defending her, Henry. There's few people who could have done it so well. Recently, I found an interesting volume in the monastery library and made a copy from it in secret. It's just a few lines, but maybe you'll find it useful.
Thanks. Do you still think the Virgin Mary's visitations were real?
Yes, I think they were. Even if she didn't interpret the message quite correctly, we were certainly witness to something extraordinary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Greetings, good night.
Whose house is this?
It's our local custodians, the most esteemed Sir Sebastian, Baron von Berg.
You don't seem to think very much of him.
Well, of course I do. A man with a nose so stuck up that it acts as a rain funnel can't be all bad.
What does the custodian do, anyway?
Well, he's meant to look after the local community and keep the peace.
But
in fact, he seems more interested in robbing everyone blind.
I'm much obliged.
Don't mention it.
You look bored.
Beyond tears.
How can you be bored here in Sasau? It's such a holy place, filled with knowledge.
Don't even talk to me about it. They won't let you touch the books. They don't want to talk to you. And when I wanted to look at the remains of St. Procopius, at least, they ran me off. Me! Like some kind of thief. What good is the whole blasted monastery if I can't even do that?
Maybe I could help you.
How? You're not planning some mischief, are you?
No, not at all. I was going to bring you something from the cave under the monastery where he spent his time. You can get in there, you could touch it for luck, and then I'd return it.
Well now. You'd do that for me?
Of course.
Then I'd be very grateful to you.
I've got a bowl for you from the cave of St. Procopius.
A bowl? I was expecting something a little different.
Behold.
Ah. Is it really from St. Procopius?
Yes, from his cave. A truly astonishing place. This surely has miraculous powers.
You're right. My God, you're right. Such holiness. I'm in your debt, Henry. How can I repay you?
Thanks, but I don't want anything. I was glad to help.
Truly? Well, thank you.
My pleasure.
And Henry,
Yes?
I just wanted to touch it for luck. If you took something you shouldn't have, I expect you'll put it back. Goodbye.
There's something here.
Good day, Henry.
I'm glad you're here, Henry.
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sir Hanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear-bashing about the error of my ways. And he said to bring you too.
Oh, Sakra. That doesn't sound good.
Indeed. I wonder what he wants to lecture me about this time. And you, because you're going with me.
All right. We should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans? The sooner we get it over and done with, the better.
I suppose so. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front of Hanush. But I see it wasn't necessary. You look as smart as any courtier.
Thanks. I'll try my best.
So I see. But you can come and get those clothes later anyway. They're a little worn, but they're as fine as anything you'll get in the county.
Well, my ward and his, what shall we say, chaperone?
Uncle.
My lord?
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
like
were just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
No, it wasn't... Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson... Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh, don't whine, for heaven's sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility. I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with the remnants of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wolflin of Kamberg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wolflin of Kamberg, that name is familiar.
He's kin to the Oleshna lords, too, a cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. He got a report that Wolflin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family affair. After all, maybe more to it than meets the eye. The important thing is to get that damn scavenger out of the domain. If possible, without bloodshed. I can't afford to lose any men over this business. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Uncle.
Get to work, then.
Oh. Well, Henry, it cost me a lot of effort, but it seems I've finally succeeded in making a half-decent warrior out of you. Anything I can do for you?
So, what do you think about this?
Old Hanush is right about one thing. It's time to stop chasing wenches and start chasing bandits. It'll be a bit of excitement for a change.
Excitement? I don't know, Sir Hans. Men will die.
Don't be such a wench, Henry. What kind of a life would a knight have if he never crossed swords with a foe? What would he talk about at banquets, eh?
You're right.
Of course I am. Don't worry, everything will be all right. We'll ride there, hack those bastards to pieces, and celebrate with a good drink in the evening.
That sounds like a good plan. Let's get to it.
Good luck, then.
Got plenty, all right. Sir Bernard's father
Greetings.
is charged of some mistakes.
Sir Hans, I heard something about a tourney in Rattay.
Yes, Hanush has decided to revive the tourney at the upper cart. It's only a bit of entertainment for commoners.
You don't seem like your usual cheerful self, sir.
Yes, blast it. Hanush was on my back about what I do all day, so I told him I was busy dealing with very important knightly matters. I said I was training my future page in combat, initiating him into the art of swordsmanship and other battle skills.
I didn't know you had a page.
That's just the thing. I don't. It was just something I made up on the spot to get him off my back. And it seems I was a bit too convincing. Now, Uncle wants my imaginary page to demonstrate what he's learnt in the tourney.
I can see how that could be a bit awkward.
That's putting it mildly. The old man is like a dog with a bone, and never let go.
These are evil times.
Yes, now I think of it, I'll tell Hanush I was training you. All you have to do is enter the tourney, batter the fuck out of all the other peasants, and everyone will be happy. Except for the losers, of course.
You can't take it with you, though, can you? Everyone has to die sometime. Soldiering's as good a job as any.
I suppose I can handle a few fellas one at a time. Oh, all right then.
Of course you can. That's the spirit. You have to put up some coin to enter, though. Naturally, I'll pay for that, so you don't go around calling me a pinch purse. Go and see the tournament master. You'll find him somewhere around the upper castle courtyard. He'll explain everything and sign you up. Run along now. And don't let me down, Henry. Remember, you have to demonstrate you've been trained by a master.
Fucking bandits. I'd much rather do battle with other men.
Your wish is my command.
Why?
Excellent. Afterwards, we'll drink to your glorious deeds.
God be face to face with them. But those sneaky fuckers are always hiding somewhere in the woods like animals. With the nobles, you know where you are. They have rules.
Sir Hanush sent me, Captain. I'm to join your mission. And Sir Hans, too.
Then mount up, youngster, and we'll move out. there I'd like you to hold back.
You can forget about that. I'm not going on an outing. Hanush sent me to handle this matter, and handle it I will.
Undoubtedly, Sir Hans. I just meant for your own safety.
I know what you meant, Captain. Forget it.
Very well, Your Grace.
Listen, about this robber, I heard some rumors.
About his being a relative of mine in Melodas?
Something like that.
We have the same great-grandfather.
But I heard Wolflin of Kamberg was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estate.
You've heard what they say about the Kamberg branch of my family.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't you think I'm a little old for fairy tales?
Think what you like, but I heard it from my grandfather. He never paid attention to old wives' tales.
I meant no offence, Captain. Well, tell me all about it then. After all, there's no smoke without fire. And I never heard about the Kamberg. That's the member of the family.
Very well. We always spoke in whisper. Shame to say it.
You can rely on my discretion, Captain. Carry on.
Well, servants.
What's that?
Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured. Both would cross themselves when they saw him. I was afraid of him myself as a boy.
Was he wounded in war?
No. He was born that way. See, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. She never wanted to bear his children. So, she fell pregnant. Said she went to a witch to get rid of the child. She ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night?
Jesus Christ!
That's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn. Only the 5th survived. It's this figure. Will. The witch cheated her. Instead of getting rid of the child, she put the devil's seed inside her.
Good Lord, how dreadful!
Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars needling in her chamber day and night. It didn't stop the rumors. When his son, Wolflin, was born, he looked normal enough. But he turned out to be as wild as a stray cat.
It seems he hasn't grown out of it.
You're right about that. A few years ago, Wolflin went off with Poland. Wilhelm got worse and worse. Cursed everything and everyone in his past, started throwing crockery at the servants. He was on his deathbed. They sent for a priest, not just to give him the last rites, but because they were afraid the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later, Wolflin turned up, even though he was supposed to be dead for years. The folk said he was dead. That wouldn't stop the devil's spawn.
Sweet Jesus. It sounds a lot more convincing coming from you than the stories my nurses used to tell me. How are we supposed to deal with a monster like that?
Pray, Sir Hans. Pray.
God save you, Henry!
Whoa! Slow down. Vitus and Cyril. I sent them to scout ahead.
Those bastards will pay for this.
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, we'll take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as crow meat.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsons are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would probably just startle them.
All right, Captain. I'll do that. Where are the farms?
One is uphill from Neuhoff, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads, directly north from our camp.
Tell me, Captain, how come this Wolflin is attacking his own kin?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder. Look at our king and Sigismund.
So what's the cause of your conflict with Wolflin?
Nothing in particular. Just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit. No wonder the whole Kamberg clan is cursed.
How are you related?
Milota, Wolflin, and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
How do you mean cursed?
Like I said, Wolflin's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. She didn't want to bear his child and went to a witch to get rid of it. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn child, she ended up having 5.
What, all at the same time?
All in one night. But only one of them lived till morning. The youngest, Wilhelm. And his face was disfigured. They say the witch deceived the Countess, and it was Satan himself who impregnated her.
And you believe that story?
Depends how you look at it. Wilhelm wasn't a bad man while he was in his right mind, but he was terrifying to look at. I still get shivers down my spine when I think of him. As for Wolflin, word came that he died in Silesia. Then, one day, he appeared from nowhere. There are folk who say death has no power over him. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Captain Bernard sent me. It's about that attack.
Well, they came, took everything they could, and rode off again. I don't know what else I can tell you.
We're trying to catch up with that gang, so I need to hear every detail you can tell me.
What do you want to know?
How many of them were there?
2 or 3. I'm not sure. My head's still in a spin.
Which way did they go?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. My husband made me hide indoors, and I only saw them through the window.
So your husband was outside?
Yes, he tried to parley with them.
What did they take?
Not much. We haven't a pot to piss in, which I told them in no uncertain terms as soon as they came here.
So you're telling me they came here, you told them there was nothing worth taking, and they just rode off again, without further ado?
More or less.
But just a while ago, you told me you were indoors the whole time.
Yes, I was. Mostly.
So were you inside or outside? Did you talk to them or not?
Well, like I say, it was confusing. I don't remember much.
Look here, I'm not sure what happened here, but I can't shake the feeling you're holding something back.
No, it's just, it all happened so quickly. I'm still bewildered from it all.
I'm the one who's bewildered. Let me make one thing clear. Those bandits are led by Sir Wolflin, Baron of Kamberg, and he's not just some common outlaw. If we don't catch him, there'll be hell to pay. So you better speak up, no matter what happened here.
Lord Jesus, why must we be persecuted so?
So, what really happened here?
First, promise me you'll get rid of them.
That's exactly what I'm here for.
They came a few days ago, took a pig and a sack of apples. We put up no resistance. I noticed one of them had an injured leg, so I offered to treat it for him.
That was very Christian of you, considering they came to rob you.
All I cared about was that they wouldn't kill us.
Go on. What happened then?
They rode off, and I prayed we'd seen the last of them. Only the same evening, they came back again. One of them had been wounded, and they wanted me to take a look at him. They gave me some coin and took me to their camp. And in the morning I came home again.
So you know where they're camped? I'd like you to lead me there.
I won't go to their camp, no. But I know of a place where you'll have a good view of it.
That'll do me.
Take care. I'm not going any further. If they saw me, I'd be done for. The camp's not far away in this direction.
Thanks. And don't worry, I'll deal with those bastards.
I pray you do.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My humble greetings. How may I help you?
Captain Bernard sent me to find out about the raid. What exactly happened?
Those filthy cutthroats beat my husband black and blue, then stole all our food stores and vanished. Poxy bastards. Poor Lumiere. He didn't want to let them get away with it, so he chased them as far as the woods. But they cut him down, and now I'm afraid he'll not live to see the light of day.
Did you see which way they went?
Along the track here, straight into the woods. My old man gave chase and fought with them by the old hunter's shelter. He slashed one of them with his sickle. He bled like a stuck pig, the bastard.
You think he might have been bleeding enough to leave a trail?
Maybe. Who knows? I just hope he's in hell where he belongs, the poxy bastard.
What were they like?
Swine and lousy curs, that's what they were like.
That's not what I meant.
No, sorry. They weren't your ordinary footpads. They were well dressed, and they talked of some lord called Wolflin.
I thought as much. Is there something I can do to help? With your husband, I mean.
I fear only God Almighty can help him now. Although, there is one thing you could do. I have to keep changing Lumiere's bandages, but I'm running out of clean linen, and I don't want to leave him alone here.
I'll see what I've got.
God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. I'm grateful. I'll go and bandage him up right away, and let me give you a few groschen for your trouble. I've nothing left here except a few groschen I buried down by the creek. Luckily, those bastards never found them. I'll be glad to reward you.
I'll gladly accept a few groschen. After all, it cost me something.
Whatever it cost, it was worth it to save my husband.
True enough.
Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing here?
What do you think? Hunting, of course.
The bloody insolence! A poacher owning up to it without batting an eye! You'll be thrown in jail for that, you bastard!
Look here, can't we fix things some other way?
A fine? Forget it. Jail is... The law is quite open to interpretation. It would depend... Right. You've paid your... fine. You can go.
Thanks.
More blood. Looks like this is the right way. Looks like I found it. I better get back and report to Captain Bernard. I found that encampment.
Ah, I'm glad to hear it. Is it far?
Not really.
How many men did you see?
About 15.
Shit. That won't be easy. Oh well, nothing to be done. Wolflin of Kamberg must hang from the ramparts in Rattay.
Wouldn't it be better to parley with them, sir?
Parley with robbers? You must be out of your mind, lad.
Sir Hanush ordered me to avoid unnecessary casualties.
What are you trying to say?
I could go and parley with Wolflin. Even if it comes to nothing, I could have a good look at his encampment.
Bit of spying could well be of use, all right. Wolflin's a conceited bastard. If he knows you come from me, he'll receive you just for a chance to tell me to go to hell. I'll give you a livery with my coat of arms, so it's clear you're my messenger. And you'll have to go unarmed.
Thank you, Captain. I'll do my best.
I hope so. Try and come back in one piece. I don't want to explain to Sir Radzig why I sent his favorite into a robber baron's camp unarmed. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you! What do you want?
I'm Captain Bernard's envoy. I'm here to parley.
Why should I trust you?
I'm unarmed. What harm can I do?
That's true. You are wearing Sir Bernard's colours. I suppose I should take you to Sir Wolflin. But if you try any tricks, you'll regret it. Understood?
You have my word.
With your luck, it's going to be a beggar monk with no shoes at all. Don't even say that.
Who do we have here? What's your name, boy?
Henry. I'm a messenger from...
I know. From my beloved cousin, Sir Bernard of Aleshna. So, what exactly is your message?
Why do you want to hurt the lords of Aleshna?
That bastard Malota stole villages that belonged to my father. I was in Poland when my father died, and Malota convinced everyone I was dead too.
But you came back though, didn't you?
Aye. I came back. But Malota bribed a priest to testify that my father made him a deathbed confession. That bastard swore my father told him he was possessed, and so was his son. Me. So they think I rose from the dead and I'm a warlock. They won't hear my claim.
That's unfortunate. But surely the courts of the king wouldn't believe a story like that.
Maybe not. But the king's in captivity, and none of the nobles have time for courts. No one will hear my case, and by the time this turmoil is over, everyone will have forgotten about me.
I heard some interesting tales about you. They say your family is cursed.
So Bernard's been telling those stories again. How my Oleshna cousins do love to gossip.
So your father didn't have...
What? A twisted mouth? Aye. Looked like it was run over by a wagon. And he was born with 4 siblings and none of them lived. True. But they always leave one thing out of that fairy tale.
What's that?
That my grandmother was one of 5 babes and her mother one of 4. That's how it goes in that family. And then that talk of the witch. Pah! My grandma couldn't wait to marry my grandfather and give him children.
Fucking weather. Fucking tent. Fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit.
We offer you safe conduct out of this domain if you leave everything you stole from Sir Hanush's subjects and pay 60 groschen in compensation.
That's a very generous offer. But tell me, why should I accept?
Don't you know what's been going on around here recently?
Should I?
Bandits have been on the rampage all over the county. Cutthroats raided a nearby stud farm, and the locals have had enough of it.
No doubt, but I've nothing to do with that.
Try telling them that. On the way here, the captain recruited men from half the county. He intends to make an example of you.
Why me? No doubt you've plenty to choose from.
Because you're the first one who's had the gall not to run. So you'll be the first one they catch, and I'm sure you can imagine what will happen then.
And why warn me?
Fuck.
Why parley at all, if there are so many of you?
So Hanush wants to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. He'd be happier if you just moved on somewhere else, so he sent me to bargain with you.
You're saying it wasn't Bernard's idea?
If the captain knew I came here in his colours, he'd flay me alive.
The devil take it. There's nothing here worth pillaging anyway. All right. I accept your offer. Tell your captain we'll move on.
Don't forget to leave the loot and 60 groschen, too.
There's no denying you're a good negotiator, lad. Oh well. No doubt we'll find easier pickings elsewhere. Better run along before Bernard loses patience.
Fucking weather. Fucking tent. Fucking camp.
Yeah. Yeah. I've just come back from Wolflin, Captain.
And in one piece, I see. That's something at least, but I doubt you achieved anything.
I talked them into moving out. Not only that, but they left all their loot and 60 groschen too, as compensation.
I can hardly believe it. That turned out a lot better than I expected. The coin is for Sir Hanush, I expect.
Naturally.
Well then, take the money and ride to Rattay. In the meantime, we'll break camp and make sure those bastards keep their part of the bargain.
Right, Captain. I'll be on my way.
And Henry, nice work. God be with you.
God bless you. What troubles you?
I have news from the camp, Sir Hanush.
Speak.
I persuaded Captain Bernard to let me parley with Wolflin.
Bernard agreed. I'm surprised.
So was I. I promised Wolflin safe conduct out of your territory on condition he leave all the loot he took and pay 60 groschen in compensation.
Well done. It will take Bernard a while to get over his disappointment at not being able to get revenge. But the important thing is, we're rid of that troublemaker. I must say, Henry, after all that's happened recently, I'm glad something finally turned out well.
So am I, sir.
And I think you deserve to be rewarded for your efforts.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
Who do we have here? What's your name, boy?
Henry. I'm a messenger from...
I know. From my beloved cousin, Sir Bernard of Oleshna. So, what exactly is your message?
I heard some interest... So
what?
What's... What? Let's settle the matter the chivalrous way. You and me, man to man. The victor takes all.
And the loser?
There'll be no loser left alive.
I like your spirit, young fellow. But why should I agree? If you win, my men will go and leave the loot here. But what if I win? I doubt Bernard will admit defeat on your account.
You'll have to see, won't you? Maybe you'll gain nothing by winning, but at least you won't lose the respect of your men.
You're a clever one. It seems a waste to kill you. But I accept your challenge.
Kill the end.
Chop him to pieces! Chop him to pieces! Kill him! Kill him! Chop him to pieces! Gut him to Wolflin! Chop him to pieces! Teach that fucker! Kill the horse! Kill the horse! Get him to Wolflin! Get him, sir!
Oh, you're afraid of some Oleshna entertainment?
Get over here!
Raise the alarm! Watch out!
What's the matter? Come on! Come on! Get over here!
Over here! Where is everyone?
Come here, Lily Liver. Is that all you've got?
Call that combat.
All right, you win. I surrender.
Gone weak in the knees, have you?
Bring it on! I'm going to enjoy this.
Is that the best you can do?
Come here, Lily River.
You get one more.
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Christ.
Is that the best you can do? Get over here! Onto some rock. I'm going to enjoy this. Raise the alarm, you! Watch out! Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Is that the best you can do?
Kurva! Enough!
God be with you.
I've just come back from Wolflin, Captain.
And in one piece, I see. That's something at least, but I doubt you achieved anything.
Depends how you look at it. Wolflin is dead.
What?
He's dead, Captain. I challenged him to a duel and won.
I sent you to parley, not fight. But at least I don't have to put my men's necks on the line. So something good came out of your rash disobedience.
But we'll still have to hunt down the rest of his gang.
They're less of a threat now. They'll scatter without a leader. We'll take care of them. You ride to Rattay now and report to Sir Hanush. And next time, you do as I order. Is that clear?
Yes, Captain.
Take care.
Greetings. What business have you?
I have news from the camp, Sir Hanush.
Speak.
I persuaded Captain Bernard to let me parley with Wolflin.
Bernard agreed. I'm surprised.
So was I. But in the end, we settled it the chivalrous way. I challenged him to a duel.
Good God. Well, I always knew you had balls. Sometimes more than enough. So Wolflin is dead?
Yes, and his gang scattered around the woods. Captain Bernard and his men are hunting them down now.
I must say, Henry, after all that's happened recently, I'm glad something finally turned out well.
So am I, sir.
And I think you deserve to be rewarded for your efforts.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
Henry!
About the tourney, sir. I'm afraid I didn't manage to enroll. Sorry.
I know you didn't, because Hanush didn't see you there, and now he's out for my blood.
My apologies, I was too busy.
Really? Doing what exactly?
I was training with different kinds of weapons. Swords, polearms, maces, so as not to disgrace you.
All right, fair enough. I'm glad you're putting some effort into it. I'll tell the old man you needed a little more time. You'd better not miss the next one, though.
Don't worry. You can count on me.
I went to parley with Wolflin.
So how did that go?
He's dead.
What? How did that happen?
I challenged him to a duel and he lost.
You challenged Wolflin of Kamberg to a duel? Jesus, Henry, I don't know whether you're brave or out of your fucking mind.
Maybe a bit of both.
What about the others?
Most of them scattered, and Berner can take care of the rest.
Well now, this calls for a drink. I want to hear the whole story.
I'm happy to tell it.